Hi to everyone. MEM School of Engineering, Department of ECE, online classes, subject linear integrated circuit, unit number 3. So the course objective and outcome of unit number 3, that is analog multiplier and PLL. Syllabus, textbooks and reference, analog multiplier. Okay. So in this unit, we are going to discuss about multiplier, analog multiplier and phase log loop, that is PLL. So what is analog multiplier? That means we are going to multiply two signals, as well as we are going to square, as going to take square root, like that we are going to apply. So where we are using the analog multiplier, mostly it is used in the modulation conditions. Then some of the multiplication application like that, it will be used. Okay. So in this unit, we have two parts. One is analog multiplier, another one is PLL. Okay, that is phase log loop. So first one, analog multipliers. What is analog multiplier, like that we are going to see. Then different application and types of analog multiplier we are going to see in the first part. Second part, we are going to see about the PLL. So what are the internal blocks of PLL? Then what are the application of PLL, like that we are going to discuss in the second talk. Okay. So let's see analog multiplier. So introduction to analog multiplier. An analog multiplier or divider is a device that produces an output voltage or current that is proportional to the product of two or more independent input voltages or current. In addition to multiplying and dividing, multipliers can perform squaring, square root, and modulation functions. Applications include radar, communications, and industrial controls, where a real-time response is required. So analog devices offers the widest selection of multiplier and dividers. Then nonlinear operations on continuous valued analog signals are often required in instrumentation, communication, and control system design. So these operations are included rectification, modulation, demodulation, frequency translation, multiplication, and division. So in this chapter, we analyze the most commonly used techniques for performing multiplication and division within a monolithic integrated circuit. In analog signal processing, the need often arises for a circuit that takes two along input and produces an output proportional to the product. Such circuits are termed analog multipliers. So in the following section, we examine several analog multipliers to depend on the exponential transfer function of bipolar transistors. That is a basic analog multiplier. So here we are using different analog multiplier concept. Here we are using basic model, that is V1 given to the log amplifier and V2 given to the log amplifier. So these are given to the summing amplifier, that is log of V1 plus log of V2. It will represent the, if you are giving to the anti-log, means it will be V1 into V2. Okay, so that is the concept of analog multiplier. It is having internally log amplifier systems. So this is the internal circuit which is produced the analog multiplier. This is the pin diagram of the analog multiplier. It is a AD633 Jane or AD633A. It is a 8-pin package which is represent the analog multiplier. This is the emitter coupled pair as a simple multiplier. The emitter coupled pair shown in the diagram produce the output current that are related to the differential input voltage, that is IC1 and IC2. So change of current will define the output. Same as. So there are two types of multiplier. So that is first in this part for basic multiplier, it will be two quadrant restriction. That means the output will be in the either of 4 quadrant, only 2 quadrant will be output. That means if any one of the input only varying with the plus to minus, another one will be plus. So it will be varying on the single two quadrant registration. This have we have produced a circuit that function as a multiplier under the assumption VAD. Thus, we have produced the circuit functions as a multiplier under the assumptions that is VAD is small and VA2 is greater than VBE. The later restriction means that the multiplier function in only two quadrant of the VAD minus VA2 plane. And this type of circuit is termed a two quadrant multiplier. The restriction to two quadrant of operation is a severe one for many communication applications. And the most practical multiplier options. So for reducing the two quadrant restriction, we are going for the Gilbert multiplier cell. So this cell based for most integrated circuit balanced multiplier system, which is having four quadrant output. Okay, these are the multiplication and a complete analog modulator process. Okay, so this is the basic model. So in Gilbert multiplier cell, the small amplitude signal, the circuit performs as analog multiplication. Unfortunately, the amplitude of the input signal often much larger than the VT. An alternate approach is to introduce a nonlinearity that predetermines the input signal to compensate for the hyperbolic tangent transfer characteristic of the basic cell. The required nonlinearity is an inverse hyperbolic tangent characteristic. So it can work in the four quadrant concept. That means we can vary the any input to the plus or minus. Okay, for example, V1 we can use as plus V1 or minus V1. So as well as V2 plus V2 and minus V2. Okay, there is a Gilbert cell as a multiplier. Okay, so this analog multiplier mainly used in the most of the applications like frequency modulation, amplitude modulation, frequency translation, like that they are used.